Hello. There's a part of me that is considering playing other music during this stream, but I'll probably just turn the Final Fantasy XIV music back on. Because I would run out of ideas for other music. This is just the Guns the Duel soundtrack again. Which is weirdly good, still, but you know. Hello. It's Final Fantasy XIV. It's the 14th Final Fantasy. There's 14 of them and no more than that. That's not true. I like the Final Fantasy XIV music. I don't really have relaxing music to listen to. Or anything. So, I just want to level Machinist today. Part of that is because I've been enjoying Machinist. I missed playing as it. Part of that is because I really like the Machinist glamour that I made. That makes Sucre look kind of like a Xenoblade character or something. And part of that is because I'm not feeling super great. I wasn't feeling well all last week and didn't stream last week. And I didn't really want to not stream a 4th time in a row. You know? So here we are. Sucre has a gun. I really need to upgrade the armor of my retainers at some point. Maybe. We'll find out. The one thing about leveling up a job on camera is that I'll have to do job quests that the context for them doesn't exist. In terms of like documented Sucro adventures. Oh, I was just saying, sorry, I'm not completely focused on the game yet. Sorry, but I was just saying that one problem with leveling up a job on camera is that I will have to do job quests and there won't be any story context for them because the rest of the job quest line has not been documented in the Sucro adventures. And I can't, like, okay, time to do New Game Plus and do all of the Machinist quests leading up to this point, because I'm in the middle of one of the sets of them. By being level 63. Making it not quite possible. This is just the place that I go to attack a training dummy now for some reason, because my neighbors don't have one anymore. But... special guest Rika is here for the roulettes today. I'm just gonna go down the list. So I guess we'll start with 50, 60, 70, 80 dungeons. Machinist is kind of ridiculous, yeah. It's still very funny to me that, like, the basic attacks upgrade from being very regular shot to very outrageous shot. Like, we still have hot shot, so that's a good example of like a fairly regular attack. Boaster, I'm trying to demonstrate things. Like, hot shot, just regular firing a gun right now. Eventually upgrades to air anchor, which is a ridiculous technological contraption of sorts. Also, yeah, there will be a DPS queue as a result of We Are 2 DPS. So I don't know, probably find fates to do in the meantime, or quests. But yeah, hot shot, fairly regular. Heated split shot, my basic attack combo thing. This. Sucro do a flip. Heated slug shot. Sucro make a line of bullets that homes in on the enemy. Etc. Oh, I never deployed my robot. Oh, hotshot's not a basic attack. It's a GCD that has a cooldown and gives you battery gauge. It's also, it becomes, I think air anchor has equal potency to drill, so it becomes another valid target for reassemble, which makes your next attack a critical direct hit. But then, like, eventually you get chainsaw, which is like, it's like drill but stronger. Well, it's more like air anchor but stronger, actually, I guess. Or maybe it's like the same, I don't know. So eventually you have 3 things that you can use reassemble on, basically, with chainsaw being the priority use of it. Also, I bought machinist barding for Boaster because why not? So now we match. Also, I'm finally going through all the random food in my inventory for experience bonuses. Well, oh yeah, new feature of this patch is sorting teleport destinations by expansion, which is extremely useful. We can see here at Heavensward, teleport points. Stormblood teleport points, etc. That makes it much easier for me to find points to go to. Oh, this was not the correct location. I meant to go to this other one that's also here. Because I'm gonna grab all of the Kojin quests for today while I am in DPS lines. Or I could do Fates. That also works. Or we could just do this for a while. That also works. This is what happens when two cats encounter one another. The ritual begins. So one of the quests involves riding a manta ray, which is potentially unwise to do while in line. So while in line when I'm at waiting list number 1, at least. I will proceed in this general direction. I think I've heard that I was actually looking up ways to level up in this game yesterday because I was curious what like recommended ways were. And aside from roulettes, I think a recommended course of action from 63 to 60 to 70 is to spam the second starting the 10 floors that are the second starting point of Heaven on High, like a million times. So I wonder if people are still doing that frequently enough for that to be reasonable. But that's something we could do, is the same 10 floors of Heaven on High 1,000 times. Heaven on High. That's nothing. Behold. I've summoned Crab. Crab deleted. Something I've noticed while leveling is that I think Heavensward enemies and or Fate bosses are a little overtuned. Like, trying to solo a Heavensward Fate boss as a machinist, they take a lot of damage and do a lot of damage. But like, in contrast, Stormblood enemies feel weaker? It's weird. Maybe it's like when you get synced down, you just don't have as good power due to some weird math. Who knows? Also, Machinist doesn't have that many, like, you know, defensive abilities. Hey, the Fractal Continuum is pretty neat. That's a cool dungeon to have rolled. Assuming I remember how it works. I hope you like this sound effect if you are playing as a machinist. asterisk. If you are playing as a machinist under like level 82 or whatever, because this changes into a shotgun later. Oh, older dungeons like the one, like that one and others, I've mostly done those off camera as unsynced runs. So I don't think there, by mostly I mean I don't think there are any dungeons left over I haven't cleared. I think well, except for like Academia Uniter, actually. There's like one, so there's one Shadowbringers optional dungeon I haven't done. Because we discussed that on stream and decided that it wasn't like super necessary to show. Oh, I do have Tactician at this level. So I do have one party utility. I've just realized. You know what? Sure, I'll roll need on something I don't technically need. And greed on something I also don't technically need. Yeah, machinist and ranged physical DPS in general feel like they have a lot of mobility. For sure. The flip animations do help, I suppose. Oops. I often find myself getting too aggro as a machinist and stealing something the tank is trying to pull for some reason. It just keeps happening. Also, I keep forgetting I have auto crossbow. So I do have a AoE heat gauge use. Also, I have an interrupt. That's also something that's easy for me to forget. Oh, right. Something very funny is that I've made a habit of using Peloton at every point where there's not an enemy. Oh, right, AoE. Which means that I often use it in, like, boss fights when the boss goes away, just instinctively. It does nothing in this instance. Perhaps it endears me to the party. If they notice it. Peloton being the ranged DPS out of combat movement speed increase button. Hello. Forgot how you work. I forgot why you're doing that. It's probably fine though. Wait, what do you do here? Oh, right. Right. The funny Minotaur eating dance. I love to teleport with the cube. Everybody forgot to touch the control unit except for me. You have to remember to do that. It's easy to forget that. Or maybe they just thought I had it. I don't know. I accidentally used wildfire. I didn't mean to. But that's fine. Hooray! Oh no, I was not able to commend anyone. But I received commendations. Well, that was one roulette. So... regular leveling roulette. Hooray. Also resuming shooting of crab. It's crab. It is no longer crab. The crab is defeated. I think these are exactly the same 3 quests I had from the Kojin yesterday. Which I guess makes sense, because I'm not super high ranked with them or anything. Did you know? Sucro can breathe underwater. Wow. That hasn't been relevant recently in the main story, I don't believe. Roll waiting list number 46. I see. That is not a small number. That is a big number. Oh, right. Jumping in a lake to attempt to save a child. That did happen. Right, you have to use item on this. And then you must pray. Ah, right, that's spearfishing. Whoa, that's like the second time turning in something has made me accidentally start teleporting to the etherite right next to it, I think. Due to having the map open, I guess. That happened yesterday as well. I am now on a manta ray. What? The manta ray is neat, I think. Manta ray desires krill. Manta ray has received krill. The music here is still very peaceful. I still like the music in this zone a lot. Ah, I can unlock the next step of Kojin quests next time or whenever I feel like it, really. And now I will go to here and do the other Stormblood tribe quests that are combat oriented. Stormblood has a lot of good area music, actually. Hello and welcome to the chat room. And thanks for helping me with roulettes and stuff. You're always welcome. Oh no, bug. If I remember correctly, I might be remembering incorrectly, but I don't think you get a griffin from this set of quests. I think you get elephant, unless you get both of them from this quest line. My memory is telling me that you get griffin from like level 80 and everything, but I'm pretty sure I got a griffin somehow. So maybe they are both from the quest line, actually. Oh, you get both of them. Okay. What does it say about me that whenever I hear triumphant music similar to the music here in Castellum, what's it? Castellum Villadina, one of those. Every time I hear triumphant music of that nature, the first thing that I think of is Digimon World 2. Because of like the bases in that game having, or like the main 3 organizations in that game, multiple of them have fancy music. So what am I supposed to do exactly? Lure out and slay tunnel antlions. Okay, but how? Probably not by just shooting them, right? Yeah. I probably have to interact with specific points. This might be the problem with me not reading anything. Oh. Oh wait, no, you do just lure them out by running around. Right, this one's weird. I sort of remember this now. I think I had trouble with this one in the past. Like, finding them. Now... sparring lesson. Well, I don't know how useful it is to learn about fighting by getting shot by 1,000 projectiles, but you know. It didn't look like they dodged any of them. It looked like they died and are dead. What? Literally instantaneous withdrawal from a random individual. I don't know how you do that. How do you instantly decline the queue as soon as it appears? Unless you're waiting for it. And in order to do that. Can I land on this? I can. Wow. Oh, hey. Siren Song C is, I believe, the highest level dungeon I can even go into. So this is a good luck. I think I'm hitting all 4 of them. The mystery of the cone is sometimes difficult to understand. This is a dungeon I've done a number of times unsynced for accomplishing this level range of dungeon in Wondrous Tales. I won. Ow. I don't need any of this stuff, but I'm grabbing it anyway. Well, maybe I need that? I don't remember. Oh, I already have that. Oh yeah, the back half of Stormblood's dungeons have duty support now? Was that new in this patch? I forgot to think about that. I am also curious who assists you in those. I wish Peloton stacked. That would be funny. I still think this dungeon is pretty good. Also, it being the first time you hear Triumph is also, like, a strong argument in favor of it, I would say. Oops. Should have angled a little bit. I messed up. It's fine. I won. Honestly, I shouldn't be rolling on things because my inventory is a mess. I leveled up. Oh, you just acquire clean shot mastery. Okay. I forgot you didn't have to learn that one somehow. I forget exactly how you do the funny backflip for heated clean shot. Let's find out. So heated split shot. Heated clean, or slug shot. Heated clean shot. Right, it's whatever that is. ridiculous. Sucre, what are you doing? Sucro. The correct answer is a flip. Trials. The next machinist quest is 65, I believe. So 1 level. Oh hey, Ravana.
To the song of ringing steel.
I never remember how to dodge these. Well, I guess standing very far away works. I almost accidentally used Peloton there, as previously mentioned. Let's just do it on purpose. Why not? Oh. I could be standing still, but I feel compelled to run into circles while shooting, or run in circles while shooting, for no reason. Sometimes I forget where I am in my 3-hit combo and restart it, because I'm very smart and good at video games. I did it again. I used Peloton.
The
This person's name is Scooter McNooter. I saw their name abbreviated to S. McNooter, and I hoped that their first name was Scooter, and it was. If this is any sort of reference, I don't know it. I just felt it was the proper name to have. And lo and behold. This song is still very good also. Oh, right. Oh no, the limit break barely missed. Instinct again. It was funny though. You get a commendation because you have action lines in your portrait. When you're forced to commend someone at light speed, I don't always think about reasoning or reason or logic or thinking. Ravana is still a fun fight too. No commendations, which makes sense. I understand this. Oh boy, next is main scenario. Oh, what? I think I'm going to be right back first. Sukro will do a cool lean against the air next to the wall. Because she's very cool. And because this is a BRB, I guess this means it's time for the funny mini game that I do. Assuming it works. Are you ready for this or that? Congratulations. And or my condolences to you. It doesn't look like there were many votes. So it looks like only condolences, actually. Nobody thought this would happen. It's a very funny message. And hello and welcome also. And yeah, I didn't bother changing the layer that the text that says gun apostrophe S is on. So I guess it was above this or that the whole time. I keep thinking that the emote is greeting, but it's just greet. Next on the list is the main scenario. But also, Alliance raids currently have DPS as Adventurer in Need, so it's those instead, actually. What? What is this? Trade offer, 1 fish, 2 fish. Thank you. I'll have one of those right now. Alliance raids, I think, are the only thing that ever has... Alliance raids and guild tests are, I think, the only thing that ever has Adventurer in Need as DPS most of the time. That's a pretty good fish emote, even if it is like a default fish emote. Oh boy, it's the World of Darkness. This person's name is Rude Jerk. World of Darkness, also true. The World of Darkness is... It's got mechanics I don't know, still. I only barely understand what's happening during this raid. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy Wargroove versus the Skelemons. You say sadly with regard to how ignorable the mechanics are, and I say thankfully because I don't understand any of them. To defeat Angra Mainyu, shoot it until it dies. Angra Mainyu, rather. I know you have to alternate between orange and white there. I know you have to not be in the circle of kill. I know you probably have to shoot these. The anti-doom panel does rotate around pretty quickly. I should have waited a couple seconds. Oh, I'm on the wrong side of the colored fields. Alas, alack. I'm dying. Well, not entirely. I should be closer to the middle, so it's easier to adjust to that whenever it shows up. Ah, that's what dooms you. Got it. I tried to use wildfire, but it looks like it didn't catch the input. Oh, well, never mind. Hello. Oops. That was silly. It's very funny still that they put those they have the accurate Zan's clone in a treasure chest here. I do appreciate that. I think Eyes on Me is consistently an Ahriman attack in this game, if not other ones. This is a fight where I sort of understand anything. I know that when there's targets, you have to shoot them. The idea of a mechanic where a prime number of people have to be standing in it, with the alliance raid size of 24 and one black mage in the corner standing in ley lines, making it 23, making it a prime number and getting everyone killed, is pretty funny. I think they should make that happen. Thankfully, as a ranged DPS, or ranged physical DPS, I can move around a lot, so I can avoid mechanics that are potentially slightly more involved than don't stand here, but I can make them into don't stand here mechanics. Sort of. Which is funny. I think there should be a boss mechanic that specifically targets ley lines if they are present. There should be boss mechanics that are funny pranks on individual jobs that you can be playing as. Thank you for petting Callie. Some of my inputs are not being read. Atomos feels like a funny prank on everyone, a little bit. Whoop. Yeah, stuff like that. AoE marker under itself when a red mage is almost in melee phase. Targeting ley lines. I can't think of a lot of ways to like harass certain jobs other than like directly attacking their gauges or something. Which would also be pretty funny, to be fair. I like Machinist a lot. As Alliance C, if we are following the traditional means of tackling this boss, our job is to rechain Cerberus when the opportunity arises. Yes, this is the World of Darkness, which will have Cloud of Darkness as the end boss. Tail Blow is a pretty funny prank on everybody. Because it's a very fast attack. You get the AoE marker, but like barely any time to move out of the way if you're in melee range at like the back of the boss instead of like at the precise point between the side and the back, which is like ideally where you should be, I think. Okay, someone's got the chain already. I think. I think someone grabbed it and then didn't attach it. I just stood there. Oh, someone was waiting to the last second, as was just described, apparently. Monsters in Phantasy Star Universe had a sudden attack from behind. That sounds familiar. Oh yeah, yeah, I do remember that. The kick backwards that like the Koltovas and stuff have. Tail blow almost got me there. I wonder if they'll ever rework the Crystal Tower raids. That would probably be too much work. Because they're not like... Alternatively, I wonder if they'll ever do Crystal Tower Unreal, which would be very funny. Binding Coil Savage Unreal. Oh. Ah, many people are probably seeing a cutscene right now. This fight has ads? I mean, it does have additional targets that appear. Wait, other than the clouds? That I didn't know. Dang it. My wildfire... rude. It still exploded, though. I also think it is funny how the majority of Cloud of Darkness's attacks are variants on Particle Beam. This is also true in Dissidia, which is also funny. I still don't know the particulars of like how many people should be standing in each of these, but I stand in one arbitrarily regardless. Oh, so if the Cloud of Darkness lives long enough, there's like worms that appear? That's funny. I have not witnessed these worms. I feel like machinist is one of the jobs that I can play relatively well. I think at this point that would probably be like paladin, machinist, and maybe dancer. It's been a while since I played as dancer. Oh, like the little worms. I think I know what you mean now. I also never know which one of these is designated for each alliance, but it doesn't seem to matter. Because people seem to sort themselves out more or less. Laser. Deleted. I will follow up on what I said earlier and say that someone gets a commendation entirely because of their action lines that they have. What do these look like? Okay, I don't care. I think the laser wisp is cyan, right? But I guess particle beam is more like orange, or you could go with the green for cloud of darkness reasons. By the way, I'll throw this out there again. I still really like the Sucro machinist glamour I made. That looks like a Xenoblade character, kind of. Particle beam is what? Is that a color? I got commended. I did a great shooting. Now next is main scenario, I suppose. It's time for the Praetorium, probably. The World of Darkness is pretty cool, actually. Like, every time I see it, I'm like, oh no, because I don't know the mechanics. But, like, thinking about it, if it goes fairly well, I'd say it's actually pretty neat. Now that I think about it. Bionis Crimes. It's funny, I don't... I don't actually, that's a very specific joke that I don't fully understand. But I appreciate the effort of a joke. But yeah, it's funny, like, I don't actually know... I've never played a Xenoblade game, asterisk, I've played Xenoblade Chronicles X for about half an hour. Or like a few hours at most. But... So I'm not super attuned to Xenoblade, but when I made this, I was like, this has Xenoblade vibes. You can stand here, apparently. There's just like a small amount of viable platform that somehow counts. And also, like, Xenoblade has some character designs that are pretty cool, so it's good to have the vibe, I think. It also has some character designs that are absolutely bad, but you know. Sucro jump and spin. Where's a fate that's in my level range and not dead? There isn't one. Great. Cool. They're almost...
Yo, welcome to New Los Angeles. Are you ready for one of the weirdest and most off-putting Japanese English rap songs of all time, as a night theme for your main hub? I hope you are.
Sorry, what? Is that also a Xenoblade? Suddenly combat. Ah, because Rika is shooting an antlion. The one Xenoblade Chronicles X song that I I played a very small amount of Xenoblade Chronicles X, but I played all of my Wii U games on the gamepad, and as such, I couldn't read anything. So I was like, wow, the text is so tiny, I don't care, and I'm not going to play this game. I think yeah. Oh, there's the main story. The one song, oh, the music came back. I was gonna, because I didn't confirm the option. I was gonna play the one song from Xenoblade X that I knew, which was Black Tar. I only know it a little bit. And hey, it wasn't Praetorium, it's this. I think the game is having a little bit of latency today. Okay, so it's good to know that the text in Xenoblade X wasn't microscopic to me only. But I was trying to play on the Wii U gamepad, which putting text to that small on a screen that small is a recipe for I'm not able to read this. At that point, I still wore glasses. That was before I got LASIK. So the reason I was playing on the gamepad is because I did not have a television and I had not discovered the concept of connecting a console to my computer monitor. Here, feel think. Would it be very funny to disable the music in the middle of this fight and then play Xenoblade Chronicles X music? Probably. This is creating a surreal mood instantly. When you called it a rap song, I was expecting more lyrics to it, I think. Oh, right, this is the part where you're invincible. Is it audible, by the way? Like, in a reasonable fashion, where it is not too loud or too quiet? You forgot there's no lyrics? That's fair. It's a little quiet. It's difficult to adjust YouTube video audio. It might be that it was at the quiet part of the song and it just got to the part of the song that is louder also. We probably reached the end of the song at this point. We are battling Baelsar in silence. Are you invincible during? No, you're not. This is just a part that will get overridden by the Blessing of Light a second later. I don't know if I knew you had that voice spark there, Gaius. This has gone on long enough.
But the Ultima weapon is all-powerful! Why does my enemy still stand? Can her strength truly be so great?
It is the blessing of light that confounds you.
It is very difficult to adjust the volume of a YouTube video.
Your foe acts under the protection of the crystal shield.
I imagine that's probably part of what drained Hydaelyn, yeah.
So,
I feel like this is probably too loud, and this is probably too quiet. But I have no frame of reference for this.
Beyond mortal limits. If you are
This is the one song from Xenoblade Chronicles X that I sort of remember because I've seen other people mention it.
and so it shall. For the ultimate weapon.
This is apparently just the battle theme or a battle theme.
Ignorant.
speak plainly, Ascian.
The heart of Sabik. It is the weapon's core, an enigma whose surface even the vaulted.
It's very weird to have Xenoblade X music in the middle of this, I think.
The magic within has lain dormant for eons.
Maybe this is why you're thinking about rap song lyrics or rapping in Xenoblade X.
A spell without parallel. Ultima. I sought the life force.
This song is pretty cool, though.
For no other reason but to quicken the core. For the true power of the Ultima weapon lies within its now beating heart.
La Brea, what have you done?
No more than was necessary for my god to be reborn.
I like how La Brea just spot dodges the hand being waved.
The hour is at hand. Behold, but a sliver of my god's power. From the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of
It moves really fast, plus it covers everything is a funny lyric.
Ultima!
Thank you, Xenoblade X. This was, quote, just a sliver of Zodiark's power. Maybe that's part of why it only destroyed, like, this place.
Such devastation! This was
Shoot them with your guns is his lyric in this song?
Oh, Hydaelyn.
Well, it was the perfect song to listen to, then, I guess.
Has exhausted what strength you had left.
I need a bigger gun!
Van Belsar.
Thank you, Xenoblade
Your
X.
enemy's shield is broken.
This world sucks. Thank you,
The
Xenoblade
rest
X.
I leave to you.
We will speak later, Ascian.
Let's go back to the
But
Guns the
first,
Duel soundtrack
I must deal with you.
for fun.
The question of who is mightier remains.
Why not?
Come, adventurer. Let us find the answer together.
Apparently I've decided to play other game music instead today, like I was considering. Just because I think it would be fun and different. It would add something to the experience of watching me play roulettes or whatever. They do kind of have like the whole like teleporting to the other shoulder bit kind of is sort of similar to like a proto Xenos Fan Daniel comedy duo thing. I still don't remember what you do about these. I guess someone just has to run into them. Sucro, get orbital laser. That's right. I think I'm level 65 now. Yeah, I guess I have to do the next machinist quest at this point. Who's ready for a quest with no context? So the machinist quests are usually about nobles being jerks and wanting to shut down the machinists for some reason or another. And then you have to prove to them that that it's good to have machinists, actually. I actually don't know if I have to leave the party for this one. But yeah, since we don't have the full context, I probably won't be reading and acting these out loud like I usually do. Yeah. Someone heisted a blade. Yeah, that's basically it. It's funny because the machinist quests basically have that same premise 3 times in a row with slight variation. Every time an especially hateable member of the nobility shows up and is like, I don't want you to have guns anymore. And then you have to be like, well, okay, but guns win fight against dragon, or guns win fight against dragon 2, or guns solve a mystery, I guess. In the second instance, the nobility only turns around because you save his life from his silly plan to kill you, almost killing him instead. Shifty pirate merchants. Oh no. I've done all of these quests before, I just don't remember them. Because I did have machinist level 80 on my other character. Also, I think we were talking about how Hilda doesn't show up much, and she gets to show up in the machinist quests. And thank you to Rika for all of those roulettes that we did. Rika was very helpful. There is a non-zero chance that I will abruptly switch to maining machinist in story context if I can get to that level. But like, I don't know. I do still like Paladin. And who knows what the new jobs are. We have hints at both of them, is my understanding, though I don't know the hints very well. Yeah, Rostenthal, or however his name is pronounced, seems to have a pistol and an axe combination. which is unique to him, I guess. Sure is snow in this world. Oh, everyone also gets a Ethereal Transformer. Except for Hilda. Hilda doesn't have one of these. I didn't realize everyone also got the Ether box. Also, I feel like the name Hilda's Hounds is mentioned in story somewhere, but that name for Hilda's group of gun wielders is established in this I was gonna say cutscene, I mean storyline. So if that name is actually mentioned, it could be referencing a machinist quest that you haven't done. Looks like they've gotten into trouble. They are laughing because they are evil. Nod. I might not be voicing the cutscene, but I will say nod when Sucro nods her head. Hey look, it's the Sacred Blade fronting. They somehow stole this from the vault. It is unclear how this happened. Hello, we have many guns. You have 0 guns. We have more guns than you do. Okay, you have a few guns, but only like a few. There was a bullet in one of the 7 locks that guarded fronting. Like a piece of a bullet was left over. So like there was gun involved, but not cannon. To our knowledge. Rostenthal is using gladiator abilities with an axe. Somehow. What do you mean 1 shot, 1 kill? It takes like way more than that.
Let's finish it.
Oh wow, they actually make you use your interrupt. Does Machinist just like take more damage than other classes or something? I feel like they do. They also just don't have a lot of defensive utility. Very little of it, in fact. Okay, you can't be slowed either. Oh, that's not something I can silence. Whoops. I mean interrupt. I've made error. Oh wait, nope, you're dead. It's fine. Hooray. Other question about Machinist, if anybody knows, even though I said a while ago that I was probably pretty decent at Machinist and that I had a Machinist at level 80 before. Is Machinist as worthless in Frontlines as it seems like they are, or is that just me? Because in PvP, they're very single target focused, and in Frontlines, there's approximately 1 billion targets, and you can't hit most of them. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm also just not great at PvP. PvP in video games has a unique power to... Not a unique power. It has the power to make me immediately think I'm garbage. Basically. Moving and kiting makes sense sometimes, but like in situations against like Fate bosses, I kept finding myself accidentally running out of the Fate, and the boss would be like, well, okay, time to heal my entire health bar and go back to the center. Because I'm silly like that. I wasn't paying attention to the circle. I suppose kiting would reduce auto attack damage, so that would make sense, yeah. Somehow I hadn't thought of it. I guess I'm just not used to doing it as someone who's mainly a tank now. Oh. I did it. Speaking of Frontline, it is relatively profitable, regardless of your performance, to attempt a PvP roulette on a day. Time for everyone to see me be bad at video games. Yay. After seeing me be relatively okay at video games for a while. It is a bit silly. I think you're fine at DPS, Rika. You were doing fine during the roulettes. Now that I think about it, it's interesting but understandable. Like, machinist movesets are mostly based on what you have at level 90. And or, like, completely new stuff. But, the machinist bishop auto turret eventually becomes the automaton queen, which is nowhere to be found in PvP. Understandable, why not? If you would like an example of why not let robot haver have robot PvP, question mark? Investigate Guild Wars 2 PvP when they first released the robot having engineer elite specialization. It was very funny. Are they also called machinist? I don't remember. And yeah, supercharged chainsaw just gives it a very small, like, bring target to 1 HP chance, which is funny. Watch me be bad at PvP. Everything I think I know about rotations I will forget as soon as there is a fight. I think they made it that, yeah. Wait, chainsaw additional effect potency is increased by 50%? Huh. It's different now. Maybe they changed it. The music here is cool. I do like the music in this one. Wait, there's two people with the same name because of how I have things abbreviated. I don't know where to go. I don't know things about video games. I guess this makes sense. Well. That is also my experience with PvP in most cases, Vizio. It is all about dying abruptly. I don't know. Lamau. I'm over here now. The other important part about PvP is that it will show you a list of numbers that tell you that you did approximately 80% worse than somebody. I have to imagine that if you're, like, good at PvP, you probably don't feel like garbage from PvP, but, you know. Also, there's this chaos happening at times. Oh. My brain shut down for a second. I've occasionally had some success in PvP, but not as machinist in frontline. Hey, is there anybody over here? Sucro, grab a funny point for free? Why not? Uh-oh. Okay, my entire team just died abruptly, while everyone else, while everyone on the enemy side somehow did not die, and I don't know what happened. That's PvP! Yay! And also, everyone will fight over the center forever, until time is over. And I pressed the buttons in the wrong order. That's true. Probably. Frontlines works when you have someone who's a dedicated commander telling you everything you should be doing and everyone is listening to them. Otherwise, it is chaos and nonsense. Still, I feel like there are people who probably do consistently really well in front lines, and I don't know what they're doing. Or how. Also, I think controller is probably still difficult to target with. In PvP, all of your gear and stuff doesn't matter. And there aren't drops? So I'm not sure what you're talking about. Keyboard is equally difficult to target with, that's fair. Yeah, in this game, gear doesn't matter. It used to, but it no longer does. I don't think my marksman's spite even happened before that person died. Yeah, there was stuff like PvP only stats and whatnot, for sure. It was probably very silly. And I'm dead. Probably, yes. See, there's a stat that you can have if you kill a bunch of people. It's called Battle High, which the person who killed me just got. So it does imply that you have some ability to like consistently do something, probably. Though it just said in the chat of the game that is covered up that someone of the Twin Adder with Battle High 5 just died, so that could have been the same person. Also, jobs in PvP are so significantly different than jobs in normal that it's entirely possible that your main in the normal game is something that you hate playing in PvP. So it's really it's kind of annoying to try and level up by doing the PvP roulette because it's not the same thing. This is very silly. And now I die, I guess. No? Ten minutes have elapsed. By leveling gear, I think Samantha just means like gear that you use while you are leveling. There are rare pieces of gear that have experience bonuses that are usually like pre-order related. IDK LOL. I shoot gun. As an example of classes that are very different in PvP, etc., or if I were to try all the classes, I feel like I've heard Dragoon is one of the easier classes to PvP as, jobs rather. So that would probably be a wise one for me to start trying to be okay at PvP with. But I'm not super interested in leveling up Dragoon at the moment. I've also heard Machinist is one of the easiest, so like shrug. That might be relating to Crystal Conflict specifically. I die. Also, front lines can take a very long time, as you might guess. I tried a little bit of Ninja PvP because I was leveling up Ninja as well. I just fumbled every button, basically. Forever. Ah, I almost killed somebody. Cool. Thank you, Dancer Limit Break. Hooray, we lose. Now let's see how bad I did. So, I had a whole digit less of damage than people who did the most damage. I didn't have the most damage taken. Or HP restored, of course. These are how my numbers compare to people with more numbers, which is... I didn't do very much. I did mediocre, but not objectively, absolutely, completely terrible. Hooray. Now I have an umbrella. So what? I have not done normal raid roulette or guild test roulette. Guild test roulette is probably honestly not worth it, but you know. Shrug. PvP is a good video game mode to play if you like to be sad. Is my conclusion. Though I did have to do it to get fashion. Oh, the fat cat umbrella is cute. Forgot that was added. Yeah, that is true of Guild Hest Roulette. It's usually one of those two. I forget the name of it also. I guess from what I've read, the best 60 to 70 leveling technique is probably spamming Heaven on High, but I don't know if people actually play that anymore. Granted that it was late at night when I tried to queue for that yesterday, and by late at night I mean it was like 5 in the morning because I'm full. But it was like 30 minutes of nothing happening, and then people giving up. Probably more because of the time than the specific content that was being attempted, but also I don't know. It is possible nobody does that anymore. Why is there a bear in the middle of this fight? That's true. Guild Hests don't really do anything. I don't know which one this is. Is this like Cruise Chaser or something?
Oh boy, it's blasty.
Ah. So I did know which one this was. Somehow I just got it in one. Wow, Sucro grind rail like Sonic Adventure 2. Oddly enough, I feel like me doing leveling roulettes and stuff is something I could probably stream more often. It's kind of chill. I don't know if that's really a valid keeper of the moon name. They do have naming conventions beyond the use of an apostrophe. Like, they have tendencies towards shorter names, I believe, of like 2 syllables. Oh, right. No, my wildfire, no. It's fine. Hey, I'm number 3 on the aggro table behind the tanks. That's probably a good... No, I was 4 for a second. I'm fighting with the samurai over this. Oh. Oh, someone is dead. R.I.P. Alright, I've fallen behind the samurai now. Yeah, that's fair. Nope, I've gone past the samurai again. I think it's fair to say we're doing about equally as much damage. Wait, there's no other active time events in Heavensward? I forgot about that. Oh, right, plasma shield. I got a blast. Or maybe. I don't remember how that works. It apparently worked in a way differently than I thought it did. Active time maneuvers are very funny to me in general because they are entirely like press the button, you know, the one that you have. Oh. I assume that those barriers would have meant something had Blasty lived longer. I don't know. Arbitrary commendation. Leaving. I got a commendation. There is a bear waiting for me here in the world. Guildhest. Everybody loves Guildhest roulette. I know I've said it already, but I think one of the primary reasons I would consider maining machinist for a portion of the story is because I really like this outfit that I made. I vaguely remember that mechanic. It just, I don't think we got to it. Oh no. I made a bug mad. Is that like an unusual pace for Cruise Chaser even at this point in the game? Was every DPS basically doing pretty well? Maybe. Neat. So, I really want to know what the new classes are going to be. I think we have a few hints for both of those. One of those is like, oh hey, it's not one of the two guild tests that it usually is. Oh no, this guild test is so low level that I don't have my AoE. Even though Machinist very specifically gets their AoE real dang early. Like, what level is Spread Shot? It's like 17, 18. Machinist is a job that has their AoE attack in Sastasha, which is something that everybody should have, honestly. The lesson here is that the game has scaled past the need for whatever this is trying to teach you. Yeah. All right, I can do this. It's a very oddly constructed whatever it is. And then there's this part, which is also pretty weird, probably. Oh yeah, this is also a great way to see what I mean about how regular the basic shots are. I'm the best around. In olden times, machinists only got the heated shots when they had overheat or something, or like their heat gauge was high enough. So like they only did the wacky flips and stuff occasionally. And it's still funny to me that their regular attacks upgrade into wacky flips. Permanent. And then Hotshot upgrades into wacky device. After being the last bastion of normally shooting a gun outside of your auto attack for a while. Okay, Gauss Rounder, however it is said, is also fairly regular shooting of a gun, to be fair. I guess. But it's not a regular projectile, so it still counts as something. I forgot heated clean shot is literally that you have options from shmup temporarily. Like, yeah, okay, that's a regular gunshot, more or less. You get one. I don't think Gauss Round... Gauss Round? I don't know which one it is. I don't think that upgrades into something wackier yet, but it might. I've heard tell that there are plans to Well, it sounds like the plans for... Okay, where's the enemy at? It sounds like the plans for adjusting jobs in 7.0 might make a lot of them change in significant ways. And I wonder if any of the ones I like playing now will become ones I dislike. I worry about them adding more buttons because I'm not good at more buttons. Gauss. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. How much currency do I have? I have enough to buy some item. I guess we can go see how they're gonna... You think they're gonna give Summoner a bunch of stuff? I feel like, though it is not the original appeal of Summoner, I feel like Summoner now has an appeal of being a relatively low button job, and I would be sad if they changed it. Oh, you feel like they're going to Summoner a bunch of stuff, as in Summoner as in a verb. Am I misunderstanding? They did say they would add skills, but they might like compress stuff too. I think, personally, if they took the Summoner route for various things, I would be okay with it, probably. But many, many people would not be okay with it. This is because I am easily overwhelmed and scared of buttons. Even if I am playing... Like, Machinist doesn't actually have that many different buttons, they just press them a lot. So... Oh, right, I don't need earrings because I'm cheating with the earrings that I have. Right, this one. And by cheating, I mean Menfina's earring over here. Oh, I need to repair. Isn't there a repair person around here? Maybe not. There's one somewhere. But yeah, I'd probably be... Dang it. I'd probably be one of the relatively few people to not be mad about that too much. But I do feel like jobs should probably strike a balance between simplicity and complexity to offer a range of options. I'm very curious what they'll do, though. So I think, as I said at this point, if people are still doing Heaven on High, this is the part where you spam the floors that are the second checkpoint, or like the second starting location. If they're not doing it, then I don't know what to do, other than spam leveling roulette, I guess. I don't know how to best level one's level. Average wait time, 27 minutes. Hey, I don't think this will work anymore. Hey, I don't think the Heaven on High method is going to work. Just queue for the highest level dungeons you can get into. That would be... Bardam's Medal. Oh no, I don't remember how that works. I'll die. Average wait time, 14 minutes. Leveling roulette would probably be faster to get into. I don't know if it would be wise. I mean, Alliance raids have adventure and need, but that's not much. Leveling roulette isn't worth it if you don't have the daily bonus. Oh, right! It was mentioned that There's duty support for the second half of Stormblood now. And I didn't look at it. So... Well, there's also the first half. I forgot Gosetsu was a samurai tank. And more than once. But like Scala, I guess, is where these last three are the new ones. So Scala's Arenvald, Alphino, Jamoldva. Hey, Jamoldva. Shoutouts to Jamoldva. Doesn't she die? I forgot. Oh, Lise has two different portraits for some reason. The Burn. Ian, Stola, and Alize. Interesting. I should check if I'm tank what that does. And the Gimlet Dark. Ian, Doman, Shaman, Alize. That's interesting because I think you see Hien doing other stuff, so they must have reworked those dungeons to some degree. Sucro with this hair in this outfit is slightly weird. Wow. So... Okay. Arenvald just switches to DPS if you are a tank for that one. For the Burn, Yashtola, Alize, Yugiri. Was Yugiri there in that part of the story in the draft that we played? And then, yeah, okay. Jamoldva does not die. Okay, good. Some of our involved friends do, in fact, die, I think. I'm not entirely sure what to do. I could do duty support, I guess. Or I could just queue for... Oh, okay. They die way earlier. Duty support will be slower. But... Shrug. And yeah, tank samurai.
Enough! This blow shall end you.
I don't know if we
Jay
got to...
Emeldville became the
Ugh.
first Hagen to fight at the Colosseum in Uda. She quickly attained fame for her victories as the Hellfire Phoenix, almost winning the title of champion in a battle with Greenfar. Jay Emeldville's triumph was sacrificed, however, to quell the fury of the crowd during a fight that grew out of hand. After that, she swore to never again take up sword or spear for sport. Though defeated before she could attain the title, numerous Almhagans followed in her footsteps, and the...
I've also just realized that something is broken. There are no notifications popping up for redeems. Which I can fix. I think. You periodically just have to log into this again. Then I have to change the URL. And now it should be fine. There we go. Thank you, me, for petting Calico. Oh, woo. Thank you, you, for petting Calico. Oh, Chet probably would like the Azim step. That seems correct. I honestly wonder if it's faster to do duty support of the highest level dungeon you can enter because there's no queue time, or if it's faster to do a queue for the highest level dungeon you can enter because you will get through the dungeon itself faster.
I have you. I have you.
Faster to go through the queue. I guess the only other things you would be doing while waiting for the queue would be fates, probably. Heck, the outfit I made for machinist is really good. I just want to keep saying that. I've already done the tribal quests in this level range. I guess I could do older ones. I don't know how useful that is. Look forward to potentially more streams of this nature in future when they invent the next expansion. I don't know why I said invent. Ian like went directly and stood in. I don't remember how this works. Probably I just need to get knocked. I don't remember how this works at all. I tried to use the PvP heal action.
Look upon a samurai of Doma.
It is a little weird. For Gorilla to just be here.
Enough!
Oh, Gosetsu has a unique tank stance. Imposing figure. Enmity is increased. I just noticed that. I think that's a unique icon too. Wow, 14 water shards. Cool. Yeah, I don't think... I think I did this when there was duty support, but I don't think Gosetsu was around. But I might not have. I might have done this with random people, actually. No, I did this with random people. There wasn't duty support for Stormblood yet, I think. I could have done one more. I think I remember getting assistance for this dungeon.
Enough!
From a certain Ayato. I could be completely wrong. That might mean we haven't seen how the AI deals with the minigame boss, or how the minigame boss has been changed. So this is kind of like new content.
Enough!
So we haven't actually seen any of the Stormblood duty support before then. I don't think. We might have seen a little bit of it. So hey, maybe that is a good reason for me to do that. It's a fun bonus. Okay, how's this gonna work? Ah, I didn't turn away. I fail immediately. That's actually rather rude. The speed at which you need to turn. I think this is different. I think these are, yeah, these are entirely new, right? Wait, what? Why did I fail? This is just like, here's all the indicators. I don't remember any of this happening. I know my memory is bad though, so... Ah, beans. That's fine. Are you sure this is the same? I don't remember like most of these indicators existing before. This particular hiding behind a rock mechanic happens in a few different places. Garuda being one of them. Barrel stabilizer. Where do I even have that on my... Ah, it's over there. Wait, I can use it. That just gives me, yeah, that gives me 50 heat gauge. That's pretty useful. Yosetsu says of that, phew, such a scramble that was. Here we go. We wouldn't have gotten to see Gosetsu and Hien tumble down a waterfall if we did the roulette. Oh, it's the same animation as analysis from the PvP version, then. I think it's the same icon, too, actually. I was wondering where that icon was, or where that animation was otherwise. Oh, right, the boulder. Did the AI just completely ignore the boulder? Yeah, the boulder just passes through them. They don't care. That's funny. And also a little bit bad for anyone who's playing not a ranged DPS, but like a melee DPS in this particular specific setting. Oh, well, that's basically ignoring it, if that's what's happening instead.
my way.
Yeah, that's the analysis animation. Same one. From PvP. Right, it was Shadowbringers where Machinist got reworked. I forgot when that happened. I don't think I've gotten a single piece of ranged physical DPS gear this entire time. I will get one after this boss fight.
Enough!
Whoops. Sucro, no! Do not shoot them. I don't know why that confuses you. Though I guess we were just in another fight where wind confuses you, so... Or I guess we weren't confused by the wind. I don't know.
Look upon a samurai of Dama!
Look at Gosetsu. I think Gosetsu is pretty cool. I forgot you did the left wing, right wing. Ah, what the?
Forward! Forward!
I guess I shouldn't be on the edge.
Look upon a samurai of Dama!
I got a necklace of aiming. And that's it. I got a sparrow. I got one piece of gear. They did it. They passed the trial. I already have the sparrow. Well. So I guess the ideal thing to do would just be to queue for that dungeon 1,000 times. Once I get to level 70, I think the ideal thing to do is Bosnia, but I don't know. Hey, is this sparrow like worth anything? Is Ishgardian steel ingot worth anything? No. I'm not very good at grinding for experience points, because I get distracted quickly, or like tired of stuff quickly. Inventory. I think I probably agree with that. Probably. Sucro is going to sit here for a second. I'm trying to decide if I want to keep streaming or not, actually. I mean, it would be a short stream, but that's about what I expected. Probably a shorter one today is fine, and I'll try to get back to the main stuff that we were doing next time. I still really like this outfit. But yeah, I guess that'll probably be enough for right now. Just sort of a bonus stream. Bonus stream on a day when I was supposed to stream. Next time will potentially, hopefully, be the resuming of role quests, which would probably be tank as paladin, and then part of ranged physical DPS as dancer, because I don't have gun. Oh, I forgot to mention something. I feel like Sucro with a gun makes more sense than it used to. Like, part of it is kind of a vibe, but also like a vibe thing that's not really explainable. But I feel like also it actually does make sense with her character. Like with her being interested in stuff like Arcanima and whatnot. I feel like that sort of interest would lend itself to an interest in tinkering and mechanic stuff. Machines and whatnot. Especially with like the Ethereal Transformer and like the various other things of that. Like there's more of a direct connection between those two things than just like they seem similar. So I wouldn't be surprised if she somehow incorporated Arcanima into her gun and stuff somehow. So I feel like Sucro as a machinist does actually make sense. I've justified it in my brain, in my mind. The gun is also a carbuncle. Probably not that part. I don't think all of her weapons are carbuncle. Though I did just imagine this Ethereal Transformer. Hold on, let's get a better look at... Let's get a better look at the funny lunchbox, which is not what it is. Actually, hold on, I know a good pose for this. Yeah. That way it is not obstructed by your arm. So, okay. It does look like it has like an opening here, sort of. Like this is like a messenger bag sort of clasp. Yeah, it doesn't change with your weapon, but it does die if you die your gun, which is why it's red. Ah, you figured out where I was going with this. Like, Carbuncle is just inside of here somehow. Carbuncle just pops out of the messenger bag and makes a funny sound. But yeah, it looks like it would open. There's probably like machinery and stuff inside there, which in Sucro's case is probably got like etchings of Arcanima geometry on it. And maybe there's a carbuncle in there. Carbuncle running on a little wheel. Yeah. Maybe. That's why it's emitting a blue glow from the front. It's because there's carbuncle. Or at least carbuncle energy. Carbuncles are like how people say cats are liquid, but like more literally, I think probably because they're made of energy. So there's like a very rectangular prism shape of carbuncle in there that like morphs into having a carbuncle face when it pops out of the top to make a funny sound. Or something like that. It is a mystery how precisely this works. Carbuncle sitting in a cup, yeah. This is how carbuncles work. But yeah, guns. I can get rid of this text now, maybe. Thank you for watching Guns. It's possible there might be more of just like chill leveling streams since this seemed to go okay. People seem to be okay with watching this. And I don't know. There are many times when I don't feel quite well. And also I'll let the center panel on this screen shuffle a few times because I did officially change my schedule slightly. Just to clarify that it is 7 to 8 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And also it's just whatever I feel like, often 14 now. Instead of trying to like relegate Monday as the not 14 day, every day is the whatever day. This is partially because I sort of lost interest in Pikmin 4 due to not playing it often enough. So I don't know if I'll be going back to Pikmin 4 at any point. But also I often just want to play Final Fantasy XIV. All that said, let's see. As usual, all of the various social media and donation links are at borealrobin.card with2rs.co if you're interested. And following and subscribing here would also be helpful as a thing that you could do if you haven't. But remember that none of that is mandatory. All of that is optional, and I would appreciate it, but you don't have to. And I suppose I will attempt to stream again, at least on Wednesday, if not sooner. So, thank you all for watching. Have a good rest of your day and or night, and I will see you at the next one. Good night, everyone.